This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
NordVPN. Get advanced security, internet freedom, and complete privacy. Save 73% off the 2-year plan plus 4 months free with code MMANUTS. Wild Alaskan Company. Healthy, affordable, convenient fish sent right to your door. Save $25 off with code BIGFISH25. Newsist. Vegan nutrition products. Save 15% off with code FIT10. Drift Air Freshener. Rethink car fresheners that are free from questionable ingredients. Save 20% off with code 20MMA. Defense Soap. The industry leader of medicated antifungal soap. All natural and organic soaps for everyone. Save 15% off with code MMA Nuts.
Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 716.
716.
My name's Ingo Weigel.
Matt Groth at my show. By my fans, for my fans, walk the line between serious and ridiculous. What's happening, Gimo Sabe?
Oh, man, I was going to save this for knowledge, but I found other knowledge. I'll just
Okay.
tell you, go out and watch the F1 movie, the one with Brad Pitt in it that just came out. It is fantastic. The family and I went to see it. Like, I'm like, I forgot I was watching a movie. It was so intense at points. You're like, these fucking people are nuts. They're insanely crazy. They're dry. I knew that it was crazy, but like they're crazy. Like they're working on fractions of a second per lap to try to beat them because means winning in like 40 laps. And it's insane. And to drive like that.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's a good movie. There's a couple cheesy spots, but it wasn't like it was just, it's like, they have a love story intertwined. So, they had to it was a little cheesy in a couple moments, but I was like, Brad, come on.
Well, I think, wasn't it the same director that just did that Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah, Jerry Bruckheimer. He's done all of the big ass hits in the past. He was the big 90s guy. He did like Days of Thunder, Top Gun. What are
Like
some
all Tom
prior
Cruise
to the
shit.
Caribbean?
Really?
Uh-huh. Also The Rock, Armageddon.
Yeah, like
These are
that.
movies you've seen. You've seen like all the big blockbusters, Bad
Yeah.
Boys, Beverly Hills Cop.
Nice.
So, what are those some big
Yeah,
ones?
I'll watch that when it comes out.
I would recommend you go to the movies to see it and see if you can find an IMAX because it's like
Yeah.
you're like in the car. It's crazy.
Well, I remember watching the Top Gun Maverick in the theater, and I was having like heart palpitations because it's just they're in the plane, like, oh my God, like what the fuck? It's just because I think you're hearing their breathing too, and
Yep.
everything's so fucking intense. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, the
Huh.
last 20 minutes was like the peak of the movie. I don't think I blinked. I was just like, it was just because it was in crazy what was happening.
Yeah.
So you got to go to the theater. I know that might be a little much, but bring your yerba mate tea and be relaxed, be chill, be chill, man.
Couple edibles, check it
There
out.
you go. Yeah, it was really good. Highly recommend. So,
Nice. Well, it's good. We don't get too many good movies anymore. It's just a lot of remakes. I think what was the movie I just saw come across? I think they remade The Running Man. Like,
oh,
is that fucking
like
blasphemy?
how can you wait? What? You can't do that.
Yeah, they fucking remade it. I think a trailer just came out. I don't even know if they're redoing the story, but it just seems like they want to take the safe bet now of, hey, this worked in the past. Let's fucking remake this. So stupid. Like they gotta stop that. Come up with original shit like this movie you're talking about, right? Or if you're gonna redo like that Top Gun Maverick, that was great. But it's hard to get nice movies anymore. It's
It
weird.
is.
I don't know.
Well, I think they cost a lot, right? So you're kind of
Yeah, that's the problem. So they want the safer bet. And I forget who was talking about it. I thought it was Matt Damon was saying that ever since the DVD market crashed, they can't make the cheap movies anymore because they would make a fuck ton of money from DVD sales, and that has just it doesn't exist anymore. So you don't see these cheaper, $25 million movies to make. It's got to be these fucking massive blockbusters or safe bets,
Oh, I see.
which is fucking gay.
Well, I don't know
Speaking
if
of,
they're speaking of gay.
no,
Uh, what are you gonna say next? I'm
nothing.
afraid.
Happy July 1st.
Thank you. Yes, happy July 1st.
No more. Yeah, 4th of July is coming, right? Right.
It is.
I didn't even buy fireworks. It's such blasphemy.
That's not like you. It's
I
odd.
know it is not. So let's talk about the UFC that happened over weekend. UFC 317. Probably just talk about the main event, but maybe we'll talk about more. We'll see. Ilia, Topuria, Charles Oliveira. What
I
happened,
mean,
Dago?
is there a lot to talk about?
Not
Topuria, you
much.
called it. The ridiculous power. He
Yeah.
caught him with a right, like couple minutes into the fight, and then another, and then a left hook, and it was lights out. I
And
mean,
then like a couple of
a
hair
bunch of like
fists for
hammer
good
fists.
measure.
I was shocked. I did not expect the fight to be that short. So I don't know. But Topuria looks to be a world beater. I think you said that last show that, he's got ridiculous power, and
Good transfers.
I don't know who that guy's gonna stop. Who's gonna stop that guy, I should say.
No, and I just want to talk about Oliveira's game plan. I don't understand it because he started with the leg kicks and he fought short. He fought like he was 5'2". He probably had a foot reach advantage. I don't even know what it actually was, but he was like crouched down to be at the same height and he just kept coming forward and he didn't control that distance at all. At all. So basically like that right hand was almost like a hook. Was somewhere between an overhand right and a hook that you got clipped with. Like you shouldn't even been in that range. Like you could have just kept him at distance, push kicks, jab the fuck out of him.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, there was that little exchange on the ground where he did have the takedown. It got reversed, and then he had him in looked like a leg lock for a little bit, and he got out, and then just he's got the touch of death in his hands. So again, like you were saying, I don't know who stops him, and who does he fight next? Because Paddy Pimblett came into the cage, and they had exchanged some words, but it's Pimblett, Gaethje, or Sarukin, and there's an outside chance that Makachev would come back to 55, even though he's bulking to go up to 170. But I don't know who makes the
Mhm.
most sense out of those.
I like Makachev. That can be something.
They could, but I don't want to taint either of those guys because you're gonna
That's
taint
true.
someone, you know.
Maybe. I mean, if he goes up in weight, is he tainted? Maybe he's tainted. I don't know.
Well, Makachev's doing the one he moved up. Both of those guys are moving up, right? So I feel like I kind of want Gaethje to fight him. I feel like Gaethje is worthy of it, but I think they're gonna probably do fucking Patty because it seems like there's some hate between those guys. I think they were throwing shit at each other at some point. I think there's some videos out there. There's some fucking bad blood, and it seems like he's got a following. But you know, Topuria might be their biggest star now with John stepping out of the way.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think he's got so much power. I just was shocked at how quickly he put the lights out. He
Well,
connect.
even the first punch, he fucking cut him. It looked
Yeah.
like a 4-inch gash on his eye. And then some people were making this comparison. When I'll post this up of him and Connor. Both of them double champs at 28 years of age, biggest current UFC stars. Well, back in the day, back to back knockouts at featherweight and lightweight. McGregor's wins, Mendez, Aldo Alvarez, Topuria's wins, Volkanovski, Holloway, and Oliveira. I'd say Topuria's wins are probably a little bit better, but um, it's odd. It's just odd.
They should fight each other.
Topuria will destroy him.
I think it will not go
There's
well for Conor McGregor. No,
no,
I'm
won't.
just kidding.
Connor, I don't. Again, I still don't think Connor fights again. He's fighting more legal battles than anything else these days.
Lots of legal battles. That's
Yeah,
true.
didn't he just fight someone and knock someone out in
Yeah, we
another
showed the
fight?
video. He had the
Yeah,
big hitting somebody from the stage,
yeah. He had the high ground. So
Well, Anakin should take a note, huh?
exactly. Maybe a knee. Take a knee. Take a loss. Let's do a little sponsor action before we go
Sounds good.
too deep. So
Let's do it.
I'll kick this one off. This episode is brought to you by OneSkin. What do I personally like most about OneSkin? Keeps my skin, excuse me, moist and delicious. I like to use it everywhere, mostly on my face, sometimes on my eyeballs. Not on the eyeball, but under the eyeball, like right
Oh, okay.
here.
To get that skin nice and tight and
That's right.
moist.
It's all about the tight skin under the eyes.
All right. Well, OneSkin's proprietary OS1 peptide is the first ingredient proven to switch off the damaged senescent cells that cause lines, wrinkles, and thin, creepy skin.
Whoa.
Creepy,
You don't
creepy,
want creepy.
creepy, or crepey. I'm not sure. Either way, sounds
Could be
bad.
crepey.
Free,
I like crepes. I
free
haven't had them
from
in a
over
while.
1,500 chemicals and preservatives that can make skin red, irritated, or itchy. Their products are certified safe for sensitive skin. Dermatologist tested and approved by independent testing platforms like SkinSafe.
Whoa. And OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. By focusing on the cellular aspects of aging, OneSkin keeps your skin looking and acting younger for longer. For a limited time, you can try OneSkin with 15% off using code FIT15 at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code FIT15. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Give your skin the scientifically proven gentle care it deserves with OneSkin. Just like that, back to the show. Did you have anything else for UFC 317 besides the
Nah,
main event? I don't
no,
want to talk about the pie weights, and that was
no
most
thanks.
of the fucking card. So
Yep.
moving right along.
I do want to talk about Holly Holm. She
Yes.
had her boxing, return to boxing
Yes.
over the weekend, and here's some pictures from courtesy of MMA Fighting
Okay, I
against
like.
Yolanda Ochoa. Looking pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
She looked
She didn't take a lot of damage.
she did not, and she looked solid from the highlights I saw, and especially at the weigh-ins, she looked shredded. Like probably some of the best shape she's been in ever. So
Well, good for her because I feel like there's more money in boxing, and I hope she gets paid because she's one of those fighters that got fucked in that GFL deal where she was supposed to be one of those fighters. And I think a lot of people that left the UFC may have potentially burned bridges
yeah,
and more than likely aren't going to come back to UFC. So
right.
good on her. And always be a fan of the preacher's daughter, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on. We might as well go to Ronda Rousey.
Oh boy. What happened there?
Well, I was wondering why she was getting all this press of late. And apparently, there's going to be a biopic going forward at Netflix, and it says the Euphoria veteran is set to direct it.
Huh. So there's a
So,
biopic of Ronda Rousey, huh?
yeah, so that's probably makes sense why there was all this like her and the press shit of late. But seeing that made me think about remember she was in the body issue in Sports Illustrated? So I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
She
I
was
do.
in the body issue in sport. What is paint you with paint?
Whoa.
That's your swimsuit. So anyway. I'll probably have to blur that because they fucking say like, oh, you can't post that even though it's on Twitter. But anyway, that's what I think of Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey. Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey. What else is happening out there?
Okay, so let's see. There's this weirdness going on with Joe Rogan and the Liver King, apparently.
Yes, I heard
So
about this.
apparently the Liver King was threatening him.
Yeah.
I think this happened Tuesday, the 24th of June. Austin police found out about his real name's Brian Johnson, making
Is
some
he the lead
threats.
singer of AC/DC?
No, making some threats against Joe Rogan on Instagram. And it looks like, he was on his way to Austin, and the detectives talked to Joe and, figured out what was going on. And there was an arrest warrant, and I believe he was arrested as
Yeah, he
well
was.
later that day. So he was at the Four Seasons Hotel. Of all-
Yeah,
so I don't know. I think Joe basically thinks the dude's like off his rocker, short circuited or something.
100%.
And, maybe too many meats. I don't know.
Raw meats. Fucking probably has worms in his brain. So yeah, he got arrested. He has to stay 200 yards away from Joe, his family, any place of business Joe owns. He also can't possess any firearms, and he has to do a mental health evaluation. So good on him. And even after that, he was still going online and talking shit like, I want to fight you, Joe Rogan. Like, what is this about? Like, there's a lot of. See, I'm wondering if there's a mental health issue explosion of late. It seems like more people are losing their shit. I don't know.
I think it's a sign of the times.
Could be.
You're not wrong. More people are losing their shit.
And why is that? Social media? Social media
It's all
explosion?
of it. Too much connectedness,
Too
too much
much.
stress, too much
Yeah.
everything, excess of all things.
Yeah.
And no, I feel like people don't have privacy and time in their own head anymore. So humans are meant to be outside in nature and doing
Mm.
shit, doing work, getting sunlight,
That's what I have to do every
sun,
morning.
sleep, healthy eating. I think most of us lack all of those things. We don't sleep enough, we don't get enough sun, and we don't eat healthy enough.
Go
So,
outside every morning and go. I have to water plants.
ooh,
So I go out there, get in the backyard, rip the shirt off, take the shoes off, I go barefoot,
nice.
barefoot in the grass, water everything.
You got the
I
old neighbor lady looking outside with her coffee, like, oh, there's Matt.
probably nice. She's
Good
like,
morning, Matt.
nice. And then I get to the point where I've got so many families of bunnies in my backyard.
Oh,
Like the
nice.
bunnies will let me get close to them because they know like this dude comes out here, he's not a threat. So I can get like within 4 feet of them. They don't give a shit. They're just like casually look at me like, this
Nice.
guy's not doing anything. But then if I bring my dog out, that's a problem. Like, this motherfucker's tricking us. He's got this beast with him. Like, it's all right. She's on a leash. Not gonna fuck you up. But yeah, it's about getting back to nature. Plant a lot of shit, water it, take care of it. Walk around barefoot, touch the earth. It's good for you. Now, let's see what else I saw. There were Prime FL. They said they had a cage fight in an abandoned prison in St. Petersburg. Let me
Oh,
show you this. This looks pretty cool. I always like these weird places. I'm gonna turn the sound off, but
that
it
is
kind of
really
shows you
cool.
that, and then look at that with the red lights on. That's
That's
fucking
actually really
creepy.
creepy.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm not sure I want to go w watch that. That seems too much for me.
It's like how it almost looks like an Alcatraz type prison. There's
Yeah.
4 stories. Oh my god, so creepy. Maybe I don't want to see that.
No.
I do remember being in some rafters for some of those amateur MMA events we went to see. Like, where the fuck are we? We were watching Jonata's fight somewhere, or up in like some fucking rafters looking down. Like, that was pretty cool. I don't know if we were like in a gymnasium or something,
Oh, yeah,
like a
yeah,
wooden
yeah.
floor,
It was a gymnasium or maybe like an old church that was converted
something.
into it.
Yeah.
Had definitely had like a weird kind of vibe to it it wasn't just a single thing.
No, you're just throwing a cage, and then there's like weird backstage area, like wooden floor. I'm like, what is going on here? I don't know. That's cool. What else is going on?
Uh, well, okay. So let me see what story do I want. Did you hear I forgot to mention this earlier. Daniel Cormier's truck apparently got stolen at UFC 317. He got a new
Yeah.
Raptor truck. Uh,
It's not
I mean,
funny.
you can find it on Twitter. I don't necessarily need to play the video of him talking about it, but it would happen at the San Jose airport, and he said he had just bought the truck. So
I'd be so pissed. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, insurance is gonna cover that, but you probably had some personal shit in there too.
yeah,
That's California, right? Or wait, UFC 317, were
must
they
have
in
been in that. Must
Vegas?
have San Jose.
Oh, he flew out of San Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. I wonder if John Jones is happy.
It's probably John Jones.
He probably stole
Where's
it.
John Jones is
And
my
then he
question.
fucking crashed it and ran away.
Probably him. You're like, he's
Wouldn't me?
fucking Daniel Cormier. I stole your fucking truck, you
Still
bastard.
there, fucking pussy. I'm gonna beat you to death.
I will. You think I'm just gonna let you murder me, John?
Something like that.
Uh,
Irene Aldana, you remember that picture of her? She's the one who got all those cuts on her
yeah.
face. So she posted some progress pictures. So I'm barely noticeable. Great job from the fucking plastic surgeon. Holy shit.
Yeah.
She might be the Wolverine. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I didn't see the timeline on that, but we're probably 4 months in. What else is happening?
Ben Askren got his double lung transplant this last few days, and he's recovering from that. Hopefully, he's going to be okay. It's been like 5 or 6 weeks since he's been in the hospital with this crazy thing that happened to him. So,
yeah, I don't know who paid for that because they said the insurance denied the operation, and it was going to be over $2 million for the surgery.
well,
And I know Jake Paul was throwing it out there like, I'll help pay for it and something. So I'd imagine probably behind the scenes, Dana White probably threw some cash at that because you don't want to see someone saddled with that. And why the fuck isn't insurance covering that? Does he trying to say he doesn't need that? Get a hole in his fucking lung.
yeah.
And then the other weird side of that is he had good cardio. What does that do to his cardio now?
Well, it's not his lungs, so
The
I think it's
cardio?
I think it's
No,
gonna fuck
it's
up.
got to be a part of that equation.
Yeah.
Not that he's competing anymore, but I'm just curious to know like how that worked. If you got an older or younger person's, and like what was your cardio before?
Well,
What
if you
does
got
that
like
work like
a
now?
20-year-old's lungs, do you suddenly have more cardio?
I would venture to say yes.
I didn't
If
even
you
know you
have
could
better
transplant
lungs.
lungs. That's crazy to me to think about that that's a thing.
Well, then you got to hope your body accepts them too,
Right.
because it could reject it, and that would be very bad. So that's good to hear. Hopefully, he doesn't
Yeah,
have to owe
good
a
for
lot of
him.
money. I saw Sean Strickland and was it Chris Curtis had a little fun this weekend at one of the fights. I'm probably gonna have to blur this out because I don't know what organization is hosting the Tough Enough, but I'll just play this out. I'm probably gonna have to mute the sound and we could kind of see because I believe one of their fighters is in the ring. So I think this is Sean and Chris's teammate. This other guy's kind of being a jackleg while he's applying a standing guillotine. He's like, fuck you, Sean. Suck my dick. Blah, blah. And then Sean and Chris come in and they're like, yeah, I don't think so. And Sean starts firing haymakers off. And, Chris is
Oh
clinching
my
him up.
God. I feel like this is some shit you would pull. Somebody just like, oh no, like I'm going in there and we're gonna throw it on right now. Like you're
Yeah,
not
they're not
talking to
gonna
me like
disrespect us.
that. No chance.
Disrespecting our team,
He just walked
motherfucker.
in there all matter of fact and was like,
Yeah,
okay,
just
I'm gonna piece you up. That's it. Ah, that's so funny.
it's well, that tracks, right?
It does. He's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's on par for the course. So, what else is going on?
Yeah, so okay, so over the weekend there
Yeah.
was a uh oh, I should hang on. Let me share this with sound. Sorry. There was
Yep.
um a fight. There was a ONE FC guy, Ivan Parishkov.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully the volume is loud enough. Here he is celebrating. There he is getting electrocuted.
Guy likes to party.
And then he's like, I'm back. I'm back. Jumps in the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh my god. That's terrifying.
I, I'm with you. Like, what if that thing falls in the pool? Everybody would die. Like,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
I've seen people get electrocuted in real life.
Oh, you have?
Same thing. And the problem is like when you get the juice running through you and you're holding metal, you can't let go. So I think gravity is what made him let go of the pole. Because I've
What do
had to
you do? You just
knock someone
kick the
off
person
of,
then? You just run
yeah,
into
you
him?
kick them. knock them, pull them, grab their shirt, because I don't think the electricity goes through the shirt. But if you touch the skin, then you're getting the fucking juice too.
Oh.
As a kid, I remember we were in these apartments, and they had these little street lights that were like knee high, or more like sidewalk lights. And one of them, the light bulb was broke and the wires were touching the metal. So if you grab the pole, you'd get electrocuted. So we were all like grabbing it to see what would happen. And then I remember one of the kids grabbed it and you just go on. And then I had to fucking kick him off of the thing because he wouldn't.
That's
You
crazy.
can't let go because you're just fucking locked in and getting juiced. It ain't good.
Was he okay?
He'd be all right.
I don't know.
He'd be all right. Because even if you grab his hand, because we tried that, and then the second person was getting the juice too. We were not smart children.
Well, yeah, how would you know, right?
You don't know. You're just testing things out. Like putting a fork in an outlet, you know, putting your finger in a light socket and turning the light on. That hurt too.
That's not smart.
It's not, well, you're trying to learn. You're learning. Hopefully you don't die as a kid. No one's telling you these things. Hey, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Anyway, let's do, what do I got? A little tweet of the week. There we go. This is from some kicker in the NFL. He said, "You used to get so much puss in that tiger helmet. I wore it so much in the 80s. I thought I was a real tiger for a few weeks. And that was the first moment I realized I probably had CTE." That's from Ken Anderson
The kicker has CTE. Jesus.
from the
How much is
Bengals.
he getting hit?
I don't know. But also, when you're wearing the pie bar like that, the face mask, you're getting punched. I'm punching you right in the fucking eyeball. I don't know. I'm just scanning back through. I don't have much else but
I got a
knowledge
couple
since you
things.
got.
Here we
Okay.
go. So I got a new sport.
Okay.
It's called Foot to Box. Little combo of football and boxing. There they are playing a little soccer. Some of our guys are barefoot, some are
Nice.
not. They're doing a little boxing. Although I don't know what happens if you KO somebody. Like you
And
get
some people are barefoot, and I saw a couple assholes have shoes on.
that's correct.
The guy's got wrestling shoes on.
Yep.
Interesting. Some guys headgear, some guys not. I like it.
I think it depends on your comfort level.
Yeah.
So I got a KO left and a couple knowledge things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's a KO. Doo-doo. Little flying knee action.
Oof.
I love these. These are so
Oh,
bad.
you just get
It,
sit down.
it's just like straight down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Oops. There we go.
Love it. He'll never walk again, but that's cool.
He'll be fine.
In about 3 years. What else you got? You got knowledge?
Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
can
go
do
ahead.
so two things. Um, Number one, do you notice anything weird about the way this guy's lifting weights? What is he doing? What is he
No,
holding
he's
to?
just trying to make things happen.
And all these people are just standing there. Like, I don't even can see my mouse. What's up with this back here? What is happening?
Yeah, I don't know. They just
Uh,
keep plowing on weights too.
They do. And then here I have Roman candle wiffle ball in honor spirit of 4th of July,
Oh, nice.
which
I'd try that.
seems
Oh, that's a
seems,
fucking
seems like you
strike.
got hit right. Seems like a
Your
bad idea.
hands.
Those things don't fly straight, you know?
Well, you should have some safety glasses on.
Probably a good move.
Although I'll have to send that separately. I can't even say that. It's
Okay.
not safe. It's not safe.
It's not
You got to
politically
be
correct.
safe. No, it's just fireworks safety. It's not a good thing.
Oh.
I'm not even going to say it, but I'll share it later. Let's see. Of my knowledge, this is not the best technique, but I'll approve it. I'm going to turn the sound off. It's one of them boxing machines.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Those gonna fly out of there?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's crazy.
You got to keep reholstering.
Totally.
Fucking southpaw too. I don't know. I'm getting fucking hypnotized over here. Anyway,
I'm with you. Whoa.
It's all about boxing and machines and things. Good things. Anyway.
Come to those who wait.
Yeah. Always. That's what they say. And on that note, we can shut down.
All right. Well, happy 4th of July, everybody. If you
don't blow your hands off.
Yeah. Keep your
legal fireworks
and eyeballs.
I gotta find that video.
Get the water.
Lord Jesus! Holy shit! Fucking legal fireworks!
You do that voice really well. That's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Ingo Ligo.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.